though. You're greatly appreciated. Baker here for three. Knocks out pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. That's going to get Gilman with a double and scored. And that's a deep fly ball left field. And it's going to be gone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com here from Daleville High School in Daleville, Indiana. We have tonight's varsity matchup coming your way here between your Wapahani Raiders, 13-1 here on the regular season, 5-0 at an MEC conference, taking on the home team tonight, the Daleville Broncos, standing in at 14-3 and 4-1 in the MEC conference. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thank you all for tuning in here for this Monday night of Raider Volleyballs. We'll get right into things with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. So Wapahani's been on a nice little run. They've won 7 in a row. Again, dating back to their lone loss to Yorktown. That was right about 3 weeks or so ago. And really since then, they've caught fire and are really playing some of their best volleyball. And, you know, we haven't been playing bad competition either. I mean, we've had, our fair share of some good teams we played against. Then maybe some other teams, kind of sprinkle in here that might not be maybe as good from a record-wise standpoint. But you still got to come out here and put it all together at minimum for 3 sets. And the Raiders have been able to do that so far here within this last 7-game winning streak. And hopefully they can keep that run going again here tonight. This Daleville team, pretty impressive group of young ladies led here by Valerie Wells, in which, again, they're 14-3 here on the season. They played some good competition as well. They have also sprinkled in some competition that might not necessarily be quite where they are, but it happens. You can't necessarily always choose your opponents, but you still got to go out there with the same kind of intensity and the same kind of attitude of if you was playing a really good team, and that's coming out here, putting your best foot forward, playing your best, and coming out here and trying to find every way possible to get a W. And so, like I said, this Daleville team has been playing very well, especially here on their home floor. And so I'm sure they'll be definitely not only rare and ready to play tonight, but very inspired to get a W here over your Wapahani Raiders. But hopefully your Raiders will have other ideas. Also, we have a very busy week ahead this week. It's been this way for especially the past couple weeks. And this week is no different. We've got quite a few coming your way throughout this week. We have tonight's ball game, and then Wednesday will be at home as Wapahani will be taking on Monroe Central for another MEC conference matchup. And then on Thursday night, we'll be back on the road again, this time traveling to Alexandria to take on the Tigers. Again, that'll be another JV start time, 6 o'clock varsity game to follow. And then your Raiders will be in action on Saturday morning and afternoon for the 2021 Muncie Central Volleyball Invitational, the annual invitational that they hold every year. Again, they'll be back at it on, I believe, at 9 a.m. on Saturday. I'm not exactly quite sure. That could be an hour later, depending upon what the bracket looks like for that invitational. But that's just some upcoming games that we'll be looking forward to here this week. Also, next Monday night, we'll be at home against Powerhouse 4A school, Hamilton Southeastern from Raider Gymnasium, so you won't want to miss that one as well. So some great games ahead. All starts right here this evening against Daleville, and we're really looking forward to this one. We hope all of you are as well. So again, make sure to stay tuned in. We have tonight's game coming up. We'll go ahead and step aside for a quick break, and we'll be back here with the finishing comments on our Raiders Live pregame show presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here again. The finishing touches on our Raiders Live pregame show presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. Again, as I said, Wapahani 7-game winning streak right now. You come in here to tonight's ball game. Daleville, like I said, has been playing some very good volleyball. A very impressive group of young women that this Daleville volleyball team has. Much the same here from Wapahani. And really one thing, and I talked about this last week some as well, I don't know, at least, you know, during that Muncie-Burris game, from that game and really ever since, it seems like we are playing completely different. It seems like we're playing with a little bit more energy, a little bit more grit, just resiliency, and not only just overall just playing better, I think. At least that's just kind of my interpretation of how they've been playing here. But I might be completely wrong. I don't think I am. But I don't know. I think we've started to get things clicking on all cylinders here for this team, and hopefully we can just keep that going. Each game, you know, making sure you're getting better and making sure you're kind of righting your wrongs and continue what you've been able to do correctly. And build off of that. And this is, you know, this will be another really nice test here this evening. At least on paper it will be a really nice test. But we're looking forward to it, and hopefully Wapahani comes out here and puts on a great performance here for themselves tonight at Daleville. So again, thank you for all tuning in here for tonight's Raiders Live pregame show, again presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. We'll be back here shortly for tonight's national anthem, as well as tonight's starting lineups, and ultimately tonight's ball game again between your Wapahani Raiders and the Daleville Broncos here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, Raider fans, and welcome back live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, as we take a look here at tonight's Kenshaw Properties starting lineup here for Wapahani. We've got number 4, Gracie Stanley, number 5, Briley Felton, number 9, Anna Buck, Number 11, Macy Bowden. Number 12, Cameron Wise. And number 16, Cadence Brewer. Again, as always, your Raiders coached by Katie Weir, assisted by Paige Williamson, Lindy Davis, Madison Mangus, and Caitlin Riddle. So again, that is your Raiders starting lineup here this evening. Well, now we'll take a look here at Daleville's starting lineup. It looks like this. Number 7, Emily Finley. Number 6, Amara McFall. Number 4, Ava Poppy. Number 13, Abby Reed. Number 10, Kate Stacker. And number 17, Audrey Box. Again, Daleville is coached by Valerie Wells, assisted by Tyler Harris, Mahila Covington, and Hannah Thomas. So again, that's our Kinshaw Properties starting lineups here tonight, folks. Again, we'll go ahead and step aside again for a brief break, and we'll be back with tonight's start of MEC battle here between Wapahani and Daleville here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here live on the WHS Network. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. Again, a big thanks here to Kinshaw Properties, proud sponsor here of the WHS Network. They're owned by Kendra and Shane Franks. Kinshaw Properties is a Muncie-based company that offers Ball State area rental homes. For more information, check out their website at www.kenshawproperties.com. Again, that is KENSHA Properties.com, and contact them at 765-356-1340. Also, a big thanks to Next Home Elite Real Estate. Their primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of their clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. And so again, Wapahani will start off here with the first serve of the evening. As soon as I get all the lineups in here and make sure everybody is where they should be. But again, want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, tonight's game is not only being watched on YouTube, but also on ihsaatv.org/Wapahani Raiders. So actually, instead of Wapahani getting the first serve, it will be Daleville. So we'll have number 7, Emily Finley, back here to serve. Stanley right there to receive it, and shanked off there to the right side. And that doesn't start out too well here for your Raiders, as Daleville will take a 1-0 lead. There's Buck. Bowden on a Wise. If you can see it, you sure did hear it. Tied at 1 after the spanking right there from Cameron Wise. Absolutely tattooed that ball. And so we'll have Briley Felton back to serve. And Felton coming into the night, leading the team in aces. But unfortunately, that one's going to stay out of bounds. So right back at it here, we'll have number 17, Audrey Voss, in the game and back to serve. Also number 3, which is not listed on the roster sheet. It's now in here for Daleville, and there's Cameron Wise. Strikes for another. So a pair of kills so far. Has now totaled both points here for Wapahani here on the night. So we'll have Chloe Cook and Ashton Zentgraf now in here for the first time this evening. Zentgraf back to serve. Handled right there by number 13. That was Reed. Set up by number 2 in the ISOM, and there's the kill. Number 13, Abby Reed there on the attack. Again, Reed fourth on the team in kills with 49 of them. Tipped right there by Bowden, but then was soon rejected. Here comes Cook on the attack, and Cook will get the kill to tie it at 3. So Brewer now in the ball game. We'll have Cameron Wise back to serve. Shanked off there to the right side, and an ace for Cameron Wise. And so the Raiders have kind of flipped the script here a little bit now, and have taken a 1-point lead. First lead here of the night. Handled there by Reed. Set on up here, number 3 on the attack. Dug out by Zitgraf. Bowden on to Cook, and that one will fall in there. And everyone just kind of looked at one another because they didn't know exactly where the ball was. So Cook with the kill. Raiders with a 2-point lead. Handled there by Isom. Set on up there. Oh, my. Five to 4 as number 13, Abby Reed, back to serve. Bowden with a set on up to Cook. That was off the head right there of Lauren Finley. They hustle there, they'll get it back across. There's Felton. Bowden to Brewer, and it's going to be a point for Wapahani. Again, as long as you can see it. We do apologize here for the camera view. Not a whole lot that we could do here, unfortunately, but as I said during the JV broadcast, we're very appreciative of Daleville for allowing us to be here tonight. And we'll do with what we're given here. Free ball action here for Wapahani. There's Brewer, Bowden, Cook. Yes! So Cook with the kill. Macy Bowden back to serve once again. Nice dig there from Bowden. Baker with a set on up to Cook. Dug by Isom. Baker one more time. Chloe trying to find that left side, and Daleville will get it back over. Now to Brewer, and it's going to be out of bounds. So again, definitely quite the lively crowd here this evening. Gotta love it. As we'll have the 3 there back to serve. I'm not sure if that is Julia Andresa or not. She is listed as number 1 here on our roster sheet because we don't have a number 3 on the roster sheet here for Daleville. So I'm not real sure, to be quite honest with you. But nonetheless, the Raiders have Gracie Stanley and Anna Buck back into the game here for Cook and Zitgraf. It's an 8-5 Wapahani lead. On the attack right there was number 4. Stanley gets it across. And that's going to be out of bounds. Audrey Voss on the attack that time. Audrey coming in second on the team in kills with 106 of them.
When I saw the ball go that way toward the right,
Coleman.
Brewer will hit it out of bounds. So 9-6, number 4. Back here to serve. Handled by Baker. Bowden sets it left side to Buck. Yes! Anna with the kill. Puts the Raiders back ahead by 4 of them as Reese Baker will now come back into the ball game, or not come back into the ball game. Cameron Wise just came into the game, but Reese Baker is now back to serve. And so now we're really getting to see a lot of the game. So there was a brief stoppage on the floor. So there ended up being that's essentially a line violation there, or net, underneath the net. Just trying to get heads or tails right there of what was going on. Seven, Finley with a setup there. Nice job there by Baker. Here comes Buck. Oh! Daleville will not get to it. The ball kind of rattles around up in the rafters. And so the Raiders have now doubled up here on Daleville. 12-6. Now just time to keep the line moving. Handled there by number 10, Stecker. There's Baker on the Buck, dug out again. Nice dig from Stanley. Buck gets to it, but hits off her arm a little awkwardly, and Baker unable to get to it in time. So Daleville will take back over here now. 12-7 Raiders with number 7, Emily Finley, back to serve. Hit backwards there by Baker. Nice hustle there by Bowden. She took it a little bit of a nasty spill. There's Buck. Bowden chases it down, so the Raiders just having a tough go of it, just trying to pass the ball right now. 3 consecutive have been put on the board here from the Broncos. Baker, Bowden, Wise, yes, finding the right corner, sneaks it in bounds. Another big-time point here for Wapahani, performed here by Cameron Wise. We'll have Briley Felton now back to serve, the left-hander. And there's an ace for Felton off of number 10, Stacker. Tell you what, all last week, the Raiders were dealing aces left and right. And there's another. That is now 2 in a row here for Briley Felton. So let's see if they go back to the same location. And indeed they will, but Felton just hits it a little too far. So an error there will get Daleville in the double digits, 15-10. Here's we'll have a substitution. Number 3 back in the game. So service there by Daleville. Back and forth we go. 16-10 Wapahani. We'll have Zitgraff and Cook back in the game for Stanley and Buck. So Ashton back to serve. Shanked off there to the left side. Daleville, however, does get it back across. Here's Bowden on to Cook, bringing the hammer. 17-10, Wapahani. After a big-time swing and a big-time kill from Chloe Cook. And there's an ace, Ashton Zitgraff. And Daleville will be forced to take a timeout. 18-10, Wapahani here in set number 1 of the evening. And we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during this timeouts. We would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. So, again, greatly appreciate the Selma American Legion Post 437. Again, located at 315 South Albany Street in downtown Selma, Indiana. The Selma American Legion has been such a vital part of the community for decades in so many different ways. To become a Sons of the American Legion member or a woman for a membership in the auxiliary, just contact them at 765-282-7020. They also serve lunch and dinner daily along with daily specials throughout the week. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. They're also open Sunday from 12 to 7. You can find their menu under their photos section on their Facebook page. That's at Selma Legion. So greatly appreciate Selma American Legion Post 437. As we get back to Raider volleyball, and it's an 18-10 Wapahani lead here in the opening set of the evening. I appreciate you all joining us here on the WHS Network and also on IHSATV.org. Man, Felton will get to it, and Wapahani will not get it over. But number 6, that is Amara McFall. Absolutely unloaded on that ball. Not even quite sure how he even dug that one out in the first place, to be quite honest. Bowden digs it out right there, and Wise able to execute. Ball was deflected right back at her. She took the shot, and it worked out beautifully as Wapahani then takes this 19-11 lead. Heaven's sakes. Absolute missile off the hand of that young lady. Zitgraff, they're set on the Brewer by Macy Bowden. And so back to an 8-point lead here for your Raiders. We'll have Macy back to serve. So out of bounds right there. Daleville will take back over. Handled by Zitgraff. Bowden back set to Cook. And it's going to be out of bounds. And so Daleville again narrows the gap to 6. The floater serve. Bowden right there to Brewer with the left hand. And that's going to be out of bounds by number 17, Audrey Voss on the attack. And so back at it here will be Buck and Stanley. Returning to the floor here for Cook and Zitgraff. Look at Brewer right there with the stuffing. And so the magic number just 3 points away, 22-14. Again, Stanley still back here to serve. Got a very nice crowd on hand here this evening from Daleville on both sides. Only about a 25-minute drive or so from Raider country. So McFall will return to the floor for Daleville. And now back to serve will be number 4. Not sure who will end up receiving that serve right there. Might have been Stanley. There's got to communicate here a little bit better. Blocked again from Brewer. She's hosting her own block party here this evening. She's had a pair of them the last couple times around. And so here's Reese Baker back to serve. Baker with the dig. And unfortunately, I'm not sure if that was Bowden or who that was, because we're blocked here by the line judge, or at least I am anyway. So I couldn't exactly tell who that was off of after Baker dug that one out. Felton gets that one to fall in just in front of that line. And we're going to have a timeout from Daleville. 24-16. And so again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout here for our Kara J. Wolf DDS PC game break. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Raiders will be back in action on Wednesday night, returning to Raider Gymnasium. We'll have a JV start time, 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow, as we will be taking on the Monroe Central Golden Bears. Again, stay tuned in there for that one, for that MEC conference battle. And then also on Thursday night, Wapahani will be back on the road at Alexandria to take on the Tigers. Again, JV start 6 o'clock and varsity to follow. So we hope you all are able to tune in throughout the week as both teams will now return to the floor. We'll have Briley Felton back to serve for set point. 24-16. And Daleville will get it across. Wise, Bowden, Buck, and out of bounds. No touch there from Daleville. So now number 17, Audrey Voss to serve. Baker receives it. Bowden to Wise. Great hustle there by everybody. Isom will get it across. Wise back at it again. Felton and Bowden completely throws Daleville off guard. Gets the kill to fall in, and that is how we take set number 1. 25-17. We'll step aside here for a quick break. Again, Wapahani with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back here with a second set here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, I provide consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a marketing plan that provides superior service to all of my clients without compromise. For any and all of your real estate needs, contact me, Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546.
All right, folks, again, welcome back here to our Dr. Kara J. Wolf DDS PC game break. Wapahani here with a 1-0 lead over Daleville. Again, here's they took the first set 25-17, and so hopefully we can continue this momentum and in the right direction here for set number 2. As we'll start off here with Reese Baker back to serve. Set up there by number 7. That was Emily Finley. Put down across there as Daleville. A quick 1-0 lead. So Finley, Emily Finley back to serve. Stanley had a little bit of a bugaboo right there, but the Raiders was able to withstand the test. Baker now on the buck. The fall here as Daleville again gets a back cross. Not this time though. Wise connects with a kill. So we'll have Briley Felton back here to serve for Wapahani. Tied here at 1 in set number 2. Received there by Finley and ends up being an ace for one Briley Felton. Shanked off there to left side. Chasing that one down was number 13, Abby Reed. And Wise back after the attack again. Wapahani will not get it over. Again, some miscommunication on who was going to take the ball. Got to be able to communicate. That's a killer. Especially on just a really simple ball like that. Well, Voss hit that one well out of play. So the Raiders take another 1-point lead, 3-2. Here comes Cook and Zitgraff back in for Stanley and Buck. So Zitgraff back to serve. McFall on the attack, and she is unable to get that one over for Daleville. Miss hit right there on the right side. So Zitgraff still back here to serve. Baker digs it out. Bowden sets it up for Cook. Off the deflection right there, and now here comes Daleville. Zitgraff digs it out again. Throws it on over there to Cook. Off of McFall and out of bounds. So Cook cleans things up right there, and the Raiders now push ahead by 3. Very nice serve from Zitgraff. Put her in a very awkward position there to receive that serve. Deep there into the back row. So an ace for Ashton. Baker will dig it out. Bowden will set it up to Wise. Reaching way up there to get a hold of that one. Perfectly set there from Macy. So let's see if Ashton and the Raiders can keep this run a-going here. And falls out of bounds. I'll take blame for that one. The broadcasting jinx again. It never fails. So number 2, Emmy Isom back there to serve just a moment ago. Set on to Cook, left side, dug by Isom. There's Finley, and that'll be hit into the net by number 3. So in comes Brewer. So Wise back to serve. Great job defensively there by Felton just to get her hands up. But unfortunately for Wapahani, that's about all they was able to do. So we've got Abby Reed now serving. Felton receives it, set to Brewer. Little missed timing right there. She hit that one off to the left side and out of bounds. And so we'll have a timeout here from Wapahani, 8-5 here in set number 2. As we'll go ahead and step aside for a quick break. We'll be back following this timeout.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back here from Daleville. Again, here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Brandon Morbilius right here with you, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McClagan. Thank you all for tuning in for this Monday night MEC matchup between Wapahani and Daleville. Again, if you are just now joining us for the first time, the Raiders took the first set 25-17 and currently own a 3-point lead, 8-5 here in set number 2. Hasn't been as pretty here in the second set for the Raiders. I think they can kind of clean some things up right here and get back to themselves, if you will, as Baker watched that one sailed out of bounds. Great job of being aware of where she was on the floor logically. So 9-5, Macy Bowden back to serve. Shanked off there to the left side there by Reed. But Daleville will recover. Brewer tips it over. Left hand that time. Bowden digs it. Baker sets it up. And Cook nearly had that one down. And again, Baker. Very nice job right there, keeping the arms down. Being aware of where you're at. And there's an ace for Bowden. Not quite sure if you guys could see it. I know I couldn't. There's too many people in the way. But it was an ace nonetheless. Isom off to the left side there, and that's it up to the rafters. Brewer, Bowden, Cook. Nice dig right there from number 13, Reed, as that one's going to fall in there. So 11-6, and here comes Emily Stewart now into the ball game for Wapahani, seeing her first action here this evening. Coming in for Zitgraff. Set up to Felton, the left-hander, dug out. Set up there by Finley. So 15-9 here as we have Baker back to serve. Stanley will dig it out. There's Bowden to Wise. Isom unable to handle that one. Wise with a kill. Now a 7-point Wapahani lead. Look at the serve there from Baker. The free ball action. Baker. Bowden, Wise hammers that one straight down. Not much you can do with that one, as Daleville will be forced to take a timeout. It's Wapahani 17, Daleville 9 here in set number 2. We'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
All right, folks, again, welcome back here to our Dr. Kara J. Wolf DDS PC game break. Again, Wapahani in the driver's seat here in set number 2, 17-9. After a little bit of a rough start. We still had a lead, but not exactly quite playing up to where the Raiders' standards are here. Not necessarily my standards, I have nothing to do with it, but just saying in general. I think coaching staff and players were exactly thrilled with how they were playing, and so they've made an adjustment here, and they've responded very well. Buck on the attack. Here comes Voss. Baker chases another down, flying from one side to the other. And Buck makes them pay. Bad pass, sets it right on top of the net, and Buck executes it beautifully. Able to find a wide open piece on the left side of the floor to now take a 9-point lead. Nice diving action off that serve. Bowden back to Wise. Dug out right there. Voss back on the attack, and Baker won't be able to get to it that time. So back to an 8-point lead here for the Raiders. As we'll see number 7, that is Emily Finley, now back to serve. Stanley gets to it. Bowden sets it up there to Wise. Dug out there from Finley, and Daleville will not get it across after a hitting error by Reed. So we've got Briley Felton back to serve. Finley sets it on up for McFall, and we've got a lift called on Daleville. So the Raiders have now stretched it out to their largest lead of the night of 10. So Wapahani has really kicked it into high gear. Blocked by Bowden. There's Baker. Bowden, Wise, and nobody will be able to get to it. Wise connects on another one. And so another timeout here from Daleville, and we will stay right here with you during this timeout. Again, Dr. Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC game break. Again, we would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. So we would like to send a big thanks to Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership, owned by Randy Stoops and located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle or would like to know more information about one, make sure to contact Stoops at 765-288-1903, and also check out their website at stoopsauto.com. Again, Stoops is driven to be the best. Also, big thanks to Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin, located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they've been servicing the community since 1982. If you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So following the timeout from Daleville, again, they have No timeouts remaining, and the Raiders are in command at 21-10 here in the second set. Well on their way to a 2-0 lead here this evening. There's Felton. Bowden throws it on over to Buck. Yes! And a Buck with the kill. Okay, so they have reversed that and have said that it was a net violation on Wapahani. Great job there, Baker and Felton communicating beautifully right there. Again, aware of where you're at on the floor. Ball hit a little too hard and just a little too far. Sliding out of the way and watching that one sail on out of bounds for this 22-11 lead. Emily Stewart, Chloe Cook back in the ball game. Emily back to serve. Barely mishandled right there by Daleville. Felton showing some great hustle, but unable to get to it in time. After a couple of miscues there by the Raiders, back to a 10-point lead with number 2. That is Emmy Isom back to serve. Another serving error. So the woes continue for Daleville. If you're Wapahani right here, and again, no disrespect towards the Broncos, the Raiders have got to put them away right here. You need 2 points. Got to finish. A free ball right here. Stewart, Bowden, Brewer. Oh, heck yes. Beautiful quick set right there from Bowden, and Brewer able to connect. Set point here for Wapahani. Cameron Wise back to serve. Well, short serve right there, and the Raiders will win it off the ace from Cameron Wise. 25-12 as Wapahani now takes a 2-0 lead over Daleville. We'll step aside for a break, folks, but don't go anywhere. We've got set number 3 on tap coming for you live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Dr. Kara J. Wolf DDSPC game break. Here's Wapahani in command of a 2-0 lead over Daleville here this evening, 25-17, 25-12. So a great start here for Wapahani, and hopefully that will continue to translate into this third set. Had a little bit of a hiccup there in the second set, a little bit, nothing major, but just kind of needed to, I guess, just regroup, have a little bit more of a different mindset maybe, I don't know. I remember Coach Weir calling a timeout, kind of getting into her team there a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's just part of the game. It's part of learning as a player. But don't kind of I guess sell yourself short. I guess pretty much the at least from my aspect of things. When you look at what we're capable of, and sometimes how the game goes, and it's like I said, you're not going to play perfect by any means. But nonetheless, Coach Weir kind of told them, hey, let's pick it up, let's get going here a little bit, and that they did. They definitely felt inspired and got after it after that timeout, and the Raiders never looked back. So an ace right there to begin things here for number 7. That is Emily Finley. And then she responds right back, this time with a service error. So tied at 1, Briley Felton will now be back to serve. Again, set number 3 here of the evening. Again, if you are just now joining us, Wapahani with a 2-0 lead over Daleville, as the Broncos were essentially hitting it every which way but the right way that time. Received there by number 13, Reed. That's going to be hit out of bounds. Number 17, Audrey Voss, there on the attack. Got that one far to left side, again, cross court. A diagonal shot. Finley on there to Reed. There is Rich. There to dig it out and comes up with a kill. Lauren Rich, again, seeing her first action here of the evening. Got a really nice junior varsity game earlier on. Again, battled through some stuff there a few weeks ago. She's been out. But glad to see her back out onto the floor. She was back in there last week. Here comes Wise, full steam ahead. Mercy. 5-1 at Wapahani. Again, Briley Felton still back here to serve for your Raiders. And a miss of a serve right there from Briley. McFall, a little one-on-one there with Macy. Here comes Rich. And it's going to fall out of bounds. So a nice 5-0 run here from the Raiders, as Daleville will get back at it here with number 17, Audrey Voss, back to serve. Fake out. We'll have a substitution. And that's going to be number 8, Lauren Finley, subbing in for Audrey Voss. Baker, Bowden, Wise. Oh, baby! Wise unleashes on that ball. And again, no disrespect there to Emily Finley, but she ate the thing all in one bite. Oh my goodness. So we hope she's all right. I mean, that's first and foremost, but what a connection right there from Cameron Wise. So Emily Stewart, Chloe Cook back in the game. And that's going to fall out of bounds. Hit it just a little too strong. So now 7-2 Wapahani. That was just such a shattering hit there from Wise. I forgot to put the point on the board. Going on up there, and that's another one hit out of bounds. As the woes continue, not only from a hitting standpoint, but some of the passing kind of falling off to the wayside here for the Broncos. So Stewart still back here. Staying consistent, keeping the ball in play. Finley sets it up there to Reed, mishits it into the net. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't be seeing a timeout here from Daleville in the not-so-distant future. And it happened again. The broadcasting jinx. I'm at the point now where maybe I should just shut my mouth and not even say anything at all. So service there, 9-3. Felton back there receives it. Bowden sets it up to Cook. Blocked there by Jones. Cook one more time. And that hit the antenna. Hit the antenna anyway, so a point there for Wapahani. So back in comes Cadence Brewer. We got Cameron Wise back to serve. Finley sets it up there, and that was off of Brewer. So back to a 6-point lead for the Raiders. We'll have number 13, Abby Reed, back to serve. And Reed coming into the night, 32 aces on the season, which is tied for the team, actually a time for second on the team. Audrey Voss leads the entire team with 37. So 11-4, Macy Bowden back to serve. Received by Isom, set on Jones, blocked by Brewer. As Cadence continues that block party, seen it in the first set. Well, it didn't get a whole lot of action there in the second set, but it's still going on here in set number 3. Baker tries to track it down. So number 17, Audrey Voss back in the game. They're in the front row, number 3 back here to serve. Oh, what a reaction there from Bowden. Look at Stewart with the dig, but the Raiders won't get it over. Hard hit ball screaming right there, and Emily is able to dig it out. Not sure, that might have been Felton then right there after trying to get to it as that ball falls out of bounds. So another serving error for Daleville. Really been a big thorn in the side of the Broncos here this evening. And so we've got Gracie Stanley now back to serve. Also Lauren Rich now in the ball game. Okay. So I guess they didn't complete the sub right there between Cook and Stanley, so they had to redo that. Finley will set it up, and that's going to be another hitting error. So you got to love it right here if you're Wapahani. I mean, a lot of this stuff, again, is just being aware of where you are on the floor. I mean, these hard hit balls, they might be coming at you quick, but they're falling out of bounds majority of the time. As Bella Jones connects on one just in front of the outstretched hand of Reese Baker. And so it will be Jones back to serve here for Daleville, 14-7. Wapahani up here in set number 3, again owning a 2-0 lead. There's Baker. Bowden on to Felton, the left-hander. Couldn't get that one to fall. And that time that is Audrey Voss with the kill. Again, unfortunately, the block didn't come to fruition there for Wapahani. Got the hands up there, but didn't keep them together. A little bit of air between them, or a little bit of space between them. Baker chases it down. Bowden will set it on up. Rich really reared back for that one. Here comes Voss again. That's 4 hits. Thank you. So in comes Wise again for Brewer. We'll have Baker now back to serve. Voss chases it down. Stanley, Bowden, Wise. Holy Moses. Cameron Wise again unleashes on the ball. Getting so high up in the air. Finley on over there to McFall. That was blocked by Wise. Okay, no, it didn't either. That actually fell on Wapahani's side of the floor. That was hard for me to tell. So 16-9. Point goes there to Daleville. Felton with a missile of her own. Coming out of nowhere, the left-hander, Briley Felton, makes her presence known with that one. Finley again to McFall. There's Stanley with the dig. Oh, man, that was bad from the get-go right there. After really a pretty good dig there from Stanley, Bowden just had a brief little miscue right there. Doesn't happen very often. So we have number 8, Lauren Finley, now back to serve. Baker there to receive it, set on the Wise one more time. Isom right there, as that one was left short there by number 3 of Daleville. Back in comes Cook and Stewart here for Stanley and Rich. So Emily will be back to serve. Handled right there, set on to McFall on the right side. Again, that diagonal shot. Felton unable to do anything with the pass. So Daleville again back within 7. We've got Emmy Isom back to serve. Baker, Bowden, Cook. Yes. Cook there with a diagonal hit there of her own. A fine line there on the right side. As we'll have Cameron Wise now back to serve. Cadence Brewer back out onto the floor here for Wapahani. Shanked off there to the left side there by Reed. Free ball, here we go. Brief miscommunication there between Bowden and Brewer. Just trying to find the timing. So Wise will come out of the game. Baker back in there, and we will have number 13. That is Abby Reed back there to serve. Baker. Brewer will get to it as Baker will just get it back across here for Wapahani. And Daleville really had it pretty easy right there. A little free ball. And was unable to get it over the net. So now we have Bowden back to serve with the Raiders going ahead by 8. And so now a timeout by Daleville. So again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. We would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. So again, a big thanks here to the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. President Richard Morris and his entire board, serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to check out their online website at www.libertyperryalumni.com to get any information on upcoming events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also, to purchase an engraved brick for the alumni brick walkway out in front of Wapahani High School, you can simply fill out a form, which is on the homepage of the alumni website. So greatly appreciate the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. So following the timeout, again, Wapahani with a 8-point lead, 20-12, here in set number 3 of the evening. Finley right there. Stewart will dig it out. Bowden there to Brewer as Isom with the dig. Bowden, Baker, Cook. Isom digs it again. Close net shot, and Daleville will take the point. I believe that was number 3 with the kill that time around. Stewart, Bowden to Brewer. If it only worked out that perfectly every time. I mean, that was money. Nice quick pass, quick set there from Bowden. And then Brewer absolutely levels the ball. 21-13 now as Stanley and Rich come back into the game. And Daleville will get it back over. Nicely done. Set here to Felton. And that one's in there, finding the back row line. The magic number 25. Well, it's just 3 points away. 22-13, Wapahani. Gonna make sure to stick around with us. Following the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we'll have our Raiders Live post-game show coming your way. And blocked by Brewer again. Here's Baker. Bowden. Oh, man, he was looking for the killer bees. That didn't work out that time. And just a little mistiming. Baker, Bowden, this time to Felton. Oh, wow, she's had a really good night here, has Briley Felton, as that one was hit out of bounds by Daleville. So here comes Wise back in for Brewer. We've got Baker back in here and now back to serve. And so another passing miscue here from Daleville. And here we are. We have arrived at match point, 24-14. Wapahani here in the third set. Baker there with a serve. Shanked off there to the right side by Reed. McFall on the attack. And the Broncos won't get it over, and that's going to do it here tonight, folks. Wapahani with a sweep here of the Broncos this evening, 25-17, 25-12, 25-14. We'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with the Raiders Live postgame show here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
You know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Cook. Got Anderson on the left side, and Franks on the Westdale. You're greatly appreciated. Baker here for 3. Knocks out pitch here from Turner. And That's going to be a fly ball center field. That's going to get over. Billman with a double and scored, and that's a deep fly ball left field, and it's going to be gone. All righty, folks, again, welcome back here to our Raiders Live post-game show, again presented by Dr. Care J. Wolf, DDSPC, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. Your Raiders get it done again here tonight to make it 8 victories in a row. A big one here on the road against Daleville. Again, a sweep here tonight, 25-17, 25-12, 25-14. Again, Wapahani now improves to 14-1 on the season, a perfect 6-0 MEC Conference record. And again, your Raiders will be back at it again on Wednesday night at home for another MEC matchup, this time with the Monroe Central Golden Bears. JV start, 6 o'clock varsity game to follow. So overall, pretty good night here for Wapahani. I mean, yeah, you're always going to have some hiccups here and there, but really for the most part, I thought we played well. Kept the ball, got it over, kept it in for the most part, didn't have too many serving errors. Just doing everything we possibly can to do every facet or perform every facet of the game correctly. Again, whether it be serving or passing or hitting or, setting the ball, whatever it is, communicating. There's a lot that goes on in this game that you don't necessarily, I guess, always think about, but there's so much that has to kind of correlate with one another and fall in sync. And like I said, Wapahani was able to, for the most part, do most of or nearly all of those things correctly here this evening, and coming up with a big win here against Daleville. So again, Daleville will now fall to 14-4, 4-2 in the MEC Conference. And again, they'll be back. I'm sure we'll see them possibly there in the county tournament potentially. But if not, then we want to wish Daleville the best of luck throughout the rest of their season and postseason as well. Great group of young ladies over there, well coached, and they're having a really nice season here for themselves. So all the best there to them. Again, we want to thank Daleville for allowing us to be here this evening. Very appreciative of everyone for letting us broadcast tonight's ball games, and for all of you watching, so loyal, and we just can't say thank you enough, and how appreciative we are of everyone for always tuning in and more importantly supporting these young ladies. That's what it's about. This is why we're here. This is why we do what we do, to support these wonderful student athletes, and these young ladies deserve it. So congratulations there to your Raiders, again victorious tonight with a sweep over Daleville, 25-17, 25-12, 25-14. Again, Wapahani, as I already said, 14-1, 6-0 in an MEC Conference, and we'll be back at it on Wednesday night. So, folks, until then, again, we'll come your way Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. as we take on Monroe Central. So until then, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, thanking all of you for watching, and we'll see you next time here on the WHS Network.